All right, so I'm over here in Pittston, still in Pittston, I should say. But I'm out here training my students, getting them ready to test. Tony's doing great out there. My new guy, Chris is doing awesome. He's studying his pre-trip. He's good at driving. I need to take him driving more. We're doing our thing. Hi, Trucker AJ. Sylvester, what's going on? Where you at, man? How's it going? Sylvester, he got a trainer quick. We were supposed to go to Buffalo Wild Wings and he was gone on me. I kind of wanted to talk tonight about what's your CDL actually worth. Like, a lot of people don't actually ask this question. I say when you get your CDL, it's worth anywhere from like $50K to $60K a year is the way I feel that it's what it's equal to. So getting your CDL also opens up the door for a lot of opportunities. CDL is like a PhD to me. That's what Trucker AJ says. You're right. It's having something that you can go pretty much other places to work. Like, it showed like you did the extra to get that special license. So it also opens up the door for a lot of other jobs, not just at Prime. You get a CDL and that opens the door for a lot of places. You have a lot of places you can go. You're not stuck at one company. Like whenever I was at the state, that's all I knew was the state. So if I ever lost my job at the state, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know where to go. Having a CDL, if for some reason I lost my job here, I have something to fall back on. I have something that I can maybe go local, go find me a local company around my house, be local, be home more. The CDL is going to change your life. It will. I hear a lot of people talking really bad and negative about trucking and stuff like that, and it's sad that they feel that way. Like, my CDL means that I have an open opportunity to go wherever I want, do whatever I want to make me happy. I love teaching. I really did not know if I was going to be good at it. Every job I've had, I became a teacher, kind of, or a mentor or something like that. So I kind of enjoy it. That's why I chose to do the teaching that I'm doing now and teach people how to drive and get their CDL. It's like bettering people. Sylvester said he's almost there, 200 miles ago. Oh, you're almost there, man. You're about to drop off a load or pick one up. You can get a job anywhere in America. That's right, AJ. Over the road or local. You're exactly right. That CDL is opening the door for a lot of stuff. Having a CDL means pretty much that you can, even if you want to, start your own business. Because leasing is like running your own business. You can buy as many trucks as you want and put people in there. The CDL opens the door for a lot of stuff. So whenever I see like some of these, I'm going to use some other YouTubers. I see YouTubers, I watch channels. So whenever I see them really negative about how horrible it is, I'm all like, is it that bad? Like, where are they coming from? I try to understand where they're coming from. Like, why are they so distraught about this? Because in reality, you just open the door for a lot of different carriers, companies. You can lease your truck. You can run your own authority. You can be your own man. So, like, what's the problem there? Like, what's going on? Are they just, like, tired of driving a truck? Something like that? Why are they complaining? Yeah, those people cry when they see my paycheck. I guess AJ's over here making some good money. Right? The teaching is good. CDL's a big deal. When you see people complaining about OTR, it's not for them, basically. And that's right, AJ. That's what I'm kind of getting at, is that, you know, just because you have a CDL doesn't mean you have to do OTR. Like, I have my old teammate. He's not OTR no more. He didn't like being away from home. He took his CDL and he went and found him a place to go. He found him a place to go that's local, that pays his bill. You know, that's great. So, like, the CDL, look at the good side of it. Don't look at the bad side. Look at the good side. Look at all the doors and the opportunities you have given yourself by getting your CDL. So, you know, don't feel like you're stuck at like a mega carrier or a place that you're not wanted. You feel like they don't want you there. You feel unwanted. You feel like you're not doing nothing. When really you're making this world work. You know, think about it. If it wasn't for the trucks and us truck drivers, and the people aren't buying the stuff at the stores, they can't buy the stuff. So you got to really think about it. What are you actually doing out here? You're actually supplying the United States with goods. You should be happy with that. You should feel great. So, you know, like, I see I guess they're kind of burned out. Burned out is a mental thing. You allow yourself to be burned out. Hi, Trucker Nene. So, you know, why let yourself get all burned out and just start being miserable? Take your CDL and go find you something that you want to do, something you're going to have a good time doing. You know, if it's going home and being local, see your family more, then, you know, go do that. You know, if you're out here putting out these negative videos about how horrible it is and how bad you feel, it's time for you to reevaluate your life and what you're doing. Look at it. Am I happy over the road? Do I want to go home and be local? You know, acquiring your CDL just opened you up for all kinds of possibilities of things to do. So, you know, I look at it like, I tell a lot of my students, because they're so worried about the trifecta bonus. So, like, I had my student today, man, I want a trifecta. I'm all like, dude, don't put that pressure on yourself. Let's get you your CDL. Your CDL, to me, is worth $50,000 to $60,000 a year. Your trifecta bonus is worth $250. The main thing is, let's get your CDL. And just having all this opportunity out there, like, if I wanted to leave Prime today because I was unhappy, which I'm not. I'm happy at Prime. I love teaching people. I love what I do. But if I was unhappy, and I was that unhappy, and I wanted to go home and be home every day, I'm going to take my CDL and I'm going to go find me a local job and I'm going to go home. So, you know, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to say, hey, look, you have opportunities out there. That CDL put it in your hands. Like, don't be negative. Don't be so sad. I say the CDL is the best investment you can make in yourself. Can always make some money with a CDL. Yes, that's right, Nene. You can always make some money with a CDL, no matter what you're doing. Like, I could probably take my CDL and say I wanted to go home and be really local, and I just wanted to drive like one of those little box trucks. I'm pretty sure that they're going to hire me over other people because I have a CDL. Like, they're going to be like, oh, this dude's been over the road. You know, he's, you know, all this, like, he has a CDL. Let's put him to work in our bread truck because look at his driving record. He has a CDL. He knows what it takes to drive long hours. He's been there. I could go drive a box truck. You know, it might pay good. It might not. But at least I'm happy at the end of the day. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. Like, I saw a YouTube video. It was from a while back. But pretty much a guy was pretty much saying that it was having a CDL was not worth it. It's not worth your time and your money, and you're not going to get paid, and you know, all this and that. And I just wanted to come out here and say, look, when you have a CDL, you just opened up for all kinds of jobs, everything. And some people even, they come off the road and they go work somewhere else. But guess what? Keep your CDL. Like, keep up with your medical card. Keep paying the higher price to keep the CDL. You never know when you're going to change your mind and come back out here. You know, if you keep it, it's going to be a lot better for you. Yeah, AJ, you're right. When you see people complaining, tell them to quit and go home. That's like if somebody asks me, hey, what's it like being a truck driver? I'm all like, oh man, it's great. I'm making money. You know, I'm doing good out there. I'm traveling around. And then they go, well, how much home time do you get? I'm all like, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. And I said, that's where it's kind of hard, is because I go home once a month pretty much for 4 days, and that's about it. Like this month, I'm not going home. Last month, I was home at the beginning of the month. So, you know, right now they need me in PA. They're having me do multiple students, and once it slows back down, I'll pick up a student, start running over the road with them again, you know. But right now, as long as they keep me busy, I'm going to stick in there and keep doing it, you know, because this is what I love. I love to teach people. Nene says, if trucking isn't for you, find what's for you. Hey, corporate wasn't for me, trucking is. And that's right. People come out here from all over the place. I got a student on my truck right now, man. He was like making real good money. He retired, and he said, you know what, I want to become a truck driver. I'm guessing that he had a lot of passion to do this. And he's my current student right now. Good guy. And he decided, hey, I want to go out doing truck driving. You know, he doesn't have to come out here and do truck driving, but you know what? He has a passion. He has a want to do this, so let's get him doing it. I like to actually I use my TV for light. I got my green lights up there, and I use my TV for light. So for some reason it's flashing like a red every once in a while. It's on Netflix, and I was watching this TV show, so like the red is just coming down. It looked cool. I was like, I wish it would stay red. That does look cool, but I see what you're talking about. Backwards, is trucking still worth it if you save money? Is trucking still worth it if you save money? Backwoods, I don't understand what you're trying to say. Is trucking still worth it if you save money? If you're saving money and you're trucking, then I guess it's definitely worth it. You know, I don't know what you're trying to say, Backwoods. Could you elaborate some more? AJ says, truck drivers get respect. Other jobs, people treat you bad, and if you have bad audience, you'll get fired. Yeah. And if you don't like working around people much and you like being by yourself, like trucking's perfect for you. You know, anybody antisocial and they just want a job where it's just them, a truck, and nobody messes with them, trucking's definitely for you. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that you're antisocial, but I mean, some people are. So, you know, this is a good job for you. Truck drivers get respect. Other jobs, people treat you. Oh, I just read that one. Wow. I'm trying to see if I should stay company or go lease. Team was my brother. Well, Muhammad, you know, if you are not sure about going lease and y'all are gonna do a team lease, then jump on your brother's truck that's lease and just go company under him. You know, and see how y'all are getting along before you make that commitment and y'all both sign a lease together, like do that split lease or whatever they call it. You know, you know, it's kind of like you could get your feet wet. You could see how y'all are doing together, stuff like that. And Nene said, oh, she's talking to someone. Got your email and I'll call you. Oh, okay. So, hey, look, she has your email and she's going to call you. Like, the leasing side, I'm not too knowledgeable on it. Like, I've asked a bunch of questions to some lease guys just to pick their brain a little bit. Like, I was all like, hey, when you look at your revenue, I know that you're not looking at cent per mile. So what are you looking at? So I got like answers of, hey, if I'm not making $500 a day, $500 to $600 a day, then I'm not doing good. So, but a team lease, I have no clue what's the good and the bad there. So, you know, I really couldn't tell you. But my opinion on the CDL is you don't even have to go through Prime to get your CDL. We're not even going to talk about getting it through Prime. If you're going to get your CDL through another company or a driving school, whatever, the CDL is going to be, in my opinion, it's good. It opens the doors for a lot of jobs, and it's more money. It's more money, you know. You got experience. Once you get experience in it, especially like 2 years driving a truck, then you should be pretty much set for anywhere. I mean, I hear Walmart's maybe at 3 years of experience now. I know they used to be like 5, but hey, you can go drive a truck for Walmart, I believe, at 6 years of experience. So I mean, like, in my opinion, is the CDL's good. So the guy, so on those videos where the guy was like, hey man, it's not worth it, don't get your CDL, it's a waste of time, it's not good money, you know. I'm making good money. People I talk to are making good money. We wouldn't be driving these trucks if we weren't getting good money. So, you know, that's another thing to look at. And also look at it like mega carrier might not be for you. Like a big company like Prime, maybe you don't want to be in a big company like this with a lot of trucks. You know, you got companies that are regional, you got companies that do just in the state, you got different stuff out there. Something, you will find something that's for you out here truck driving. There's so many companies. The job's worth to get into still. Is the job worth getting into still? Yes, it is. I believe it is. Or are you broke most months? I'm just wondering, because I'm seriously thinking about going trucking. I'm antisocial, a hard worker, and just love driving diesel. I think it's worth it. To me, it's worth it. I'm making good money. I say it all the time. Since I came out here truck driving, I've never struggled financially. Never. Like, I never had to worry about not paying my bills. Teaming right now on the company side. Oh, so you already know y'all are teaming. You know, that's going to be a decision you're going to have to think about and make for reals, Muhammad. You're going to have to think about it. Look into it all. Like, do your math. Research it. Talk to leasing department. See what you want to do. 100% good money is how you run. If you're lazy and truck stops refusing loads, you won't make any money. And you're right, AJ. That's another thing. So you get your CDL. That's another problem out here, is that people are not willing to do the miles. They ain't willing to run. They're like, I'm only driving during the day. Backwoods, you have to know what you need to make ends. They are broke. They're likely the problem. And that's right. If you're broke, Nene says pretty much if you're broke, you're the problem. And that's right. If you're not making money out here, reevaluate yourself. Reevaluate yourself. Am I willing to drive at night? Am I willing to drive during the day? Am I willing to only take a 10-hour break? Am I willing to take a 8-hour in the sleeper berth to get the job done? Like, look at all that stuff. Take a real good look at yourself. Like, what am I doing wrong? Am I better off running the 8-hour shifts? You know, 8 hours a day, 8 to 9 hours a day, never taking a reset. Am I making more money that way? Or would I be better off go ahead and taking a 34-hour break? That way I have that whole 34 hours to chill, and I'm still making good money by doing that. You know, reevaluate yourself. Find out what works for you to make the best money. You know, with stuff like that. Don't turn down loads. That's another problem. Your fleet manager pretty much knows what's best for you. So if he sends you with a bad load, you might send him he might tell you, I'm sending you into that area over there with this bad load because I got a good paying load over there to bring you out. Hey, whoa, shoot. If I was leasing and he told me something like that, I'm down. Let's go get it. And even on the company side, I took a short load to get a big load out of there. You know, just like repowering somebody. If I have a good load and I'm going to repower somebody, I'm always going to play my cards. I'm going to be like, what you got for me after this? Like, tell me a pre-plan I can get to make it worth my while. You know, I'll negotiate with them. I won't just be like, oh yeah, I got it, I'll go do it. I at least try to look out for myself in there. Like, at the bottom line, I'm probably going to do it anyways because somebody needs help, so I'm going to do it. But I'm going to try and negotiate with that fleet manager to try to get me a good load afterwards. Almost every time I've done that, if it's worked for me. AJ says, I have seen people who say they don't want to go to the East Coast. I don't want to drive nights. I don't want to drive West Coast. I don't like heavy loads. Yes, you're right, AJ. I hate beer loads. I hate flour loads. I hate this. I hate that. You know what? Bottom line is, if I want to get paid, I'm going to go do it. I really don't like flour loads. I've done them. Will I keep doing them? Yes, I will. If I'm getting paid and it's running me miles, I will do it. That's right, $1 Million Man. You said it the best right there. That's the name of the game. Yep. So, I just don't like... why I watch some of the other guys, some of the guys that are in here, like $1 Million Mile Man. You know, I started watching him and I was kind of like, oh, he's disgruntled. But after watching him, he's very honest about Stevens Transport and Prime, and like he's all like, pretty much like, man, what he did is he took his CDL, he got a CDL, and this is my opinion, $1 Million Mile Man, I don't want to be disrespectful, but my opinion is he wasn't happy where he was at, so he took his CDL, and he said, where can I put this CDL to better myself, make me happy again? Because I'm not happy in where I'm at right now. So what did he do? He came over to Prime and he said, hey, let's try this out. If it works, then awesome. If it doesn't work, then I'll go somewhere else. And I'm not for sure he said that because I haven't asked him exactly, but that's how I feel. $1 Million Man was not happy, so he made himself happy. And that's what I'm saying here is, go make yourself happy. Make yourself happy. And Trucker Nene, I watch her videos. She's real honest. She's great. Like, real positive. And speaking of positives, I didn't really want to call Trucker Nene positive because when I hear positive, I always think of the Positive Voice in Trucking, Kersey. That's another good channel I watch. She's very positive. She's happy. She laughs a lot. She's having a good time. So, like, I like stuff like that. And, like, I really don't like watching these negative videos. And, like, all that stuff. Like, I watch Chad Rich. Chad Rich is a funny, good guy. Like, I'll watch him. He's a good guy. And they're happy with what they do. You can tell that they're happy with what they do off of YouTube. Any tips on eating on the truck? Skillet, pressure cooker. That's the two things that I feel is the best. Cook your own food. Stop eating in the truck stops. That's my tip on eating on the truck. Like, don't eat in the truck stops. Make your own food. Like, I've ate really good on the truck, and you know, I made some fajitas. I used to make all my students, whenever I first started this, I knew that they were coming in here roughing it. The first months are going to be rough because you're on borrowed money. So I used to make them dinner all the time. I would make fajitas, tacos, Southwest chicken, Chinese fried rice. I mean, like, man, they were eating good. Then one of the problems with that is when they left my truck and they went onto another person's truck, a TNT truck, I would get phone calls. Hey, my TNT trainer, he's never cooked for me. He doesn't have a refrigerator. Like, he's roughing it. And I was all like, oh, poor guy. But there's Kersey. I have such a trouble with your name. I just brought you up and I said your name without messing it up. You missed it. Eat what you like. Into sandwiches. Get a loaf of bread, some meat, veggies, eat fruits, add rice, and a can of some soup. You're right. Nene, you're right. I eat sandwiches. I love the deli sliced meat. I spoil myself. I get it cut really thin and like just it falls apart shredded. Just big chunk of it on the bread and stuff like that. Like, sandwiches are great. So yeah, you're right. Sandwiches. Arby's. Oh, AJ, I don't like Arby's. But you can usually find some Arby's all over the place. I know. Kiersey. I'm gonna have to look in the mirror and just say it over and over and over and over. I'm gonna get it someday. No, was I talking bad? No, never. But yeah, there's a lot of good places to eat out here, like Subway. I love Subway's chopped salad. You're talking about eating healthy? Chopped salads are awesome. Really good. I love the chopped salads. Like, I'll get a chopped salad from Subway and I'm gonna be full. Like, that's a lot of salad and it's good. You in pre-pit? Yeah, I'm still in pre-pit. They have me busy over here. I've been practicing with my students and having them drive, and yeah, I've been in pre-pit. I wish I was in Springfield doing the same thing I'm doing right here, because I could go sleep in my own bed every night instead of sleeping on a truck. But my truck's better than a hotel room, I'll tell you that. I love my truck. My bed's comfortable. I think my bed's more comfortable in this truck than it is at the house. Twisted was saying, oh yeah, I was. I know the title of the video about the CDL, like, it was just, I watched the video today and it got me down. Like, it got me real down, just hearing of somebody so disgruntled like that about having a CDL whenever you could just go somewhere else with your CDL, you know? Go make yourself happy. That's what I was getting at today, or I was trying to put out, is make yourself happy with your CDL. Get you a good job with your CDL, something that fits you. AJ says, Friday I wasted $17 in a petrol in Waterloo, New York. They brought me rice with fried fish. Food tasted like it was from 2 years ago. Disgusting. Couldn't eat. Yeah, some of those truck stops, the food's not good. I can make way better food in my truck than I can buy at a truck stop. You're welcome, Kiersey. Ty says, hey, Nene, you still here? I saw your live earlier segments about stab breaking. Wondering if you know about hill assist on a Freightliner. Hill assist on the Freightliner, it's automatically on from what I think. What what I believe. Like, Nene, if you want to answer that, go for it. But I was mad I missed Nene's live today. I was busy. I got on and I saw the message and I said, click. I said, yes, I got the live. And then I was all like, instant tears falling down. Like, I missed it. But hey, I'm going to rewatch it, though. I'm going to rewatch it all. It only looked like it was 30 minutes long, too. So, I mean, like, it's not a very long one. But I did miss it. I was like, no. I've been trying to catch a lot more people's lives and kind of trying to be more involved in the YouTube community. I had a student the other day. I met him on the pad. He was all like, hey, you're a YouTuber? I said, I'm a little guy. I said, I got 300 subscribers. I mean, like, I guess. He was all like, hey, how much is Prime paying you to do a YouTube? I was all like, Prime's not paying me nothing to do a YouTube. I said, I'm doing this because I like Prime so much, and I have a love for Prime, and I have a love for what I do. So I thought that it would be informative for people. So I came out and started putting out videos, trying to put out content. So, Nene says, hi, Chase. Yes, here. Hill assist, punch the service brake all the way, and when you let up, it'll hold for a minute, throttle kicks in. I just thought it was always on. Maybe it's because I always hold down the brake all the way, and I always tell my students hold down the brake all the way when we stop, because I cannot stand rolling back. Rolling back is scary. Like, I don't like rolling back at all. So, hey, there you go. I learned something today. I just learned something. I always thought it was on, though. I really did. $1 Million Man, catch me fast, bro. Keep up the good work. Thank you, $1 Million Man. Ty says, no, cruise off, engine brake number 2, then kick the cruise in. It will turn on. Oh, you're talking about going down the grade. Yeah, you're right. When you're going down the grade, if you're talking about that, then yeah, you drop the jakes into the second setting, and then you turn cruise control on, and it should keep you right there in your range you want to stay at. So if that's what you're looking for, Ty, or whoever asked, if that's what you're looking for, that's right. You just put it in that second setting, turn the cruise on, hit the reset, and you can go down that mountain, and you really don't have to do nothing. I mean, that's great. It's good stuff. Like, if you ever want to know about these automatics, like, I wish I would have took the automatic class before I got an automatic, because I didn't know how to go down grades. What's it called? Extreme weather, like icy roads going down a mountain. Like, I was just like, we're just gonna turn on the Jake and go down the mountain. Like, I didn't know how to do none of that. I just jumped in my automatic truck and I just went. And then whenever I became a trainer, part of the trainer course, they have the automatic class. I took the automatic class, and now I tell all my students, hey, while you're waiting on the trainer, take the automatic class. It's going to help you out a lot. It's going to teach you a lot. So if you're in here and you work for Prime and you have questions like that, it's always a good idea to take the automatic class. You know, it's a real good class, and it's going to teach you a lot of great stuff. Yeah, you know, creep mode and shift in a manual. Yeah, you can shift the gears by pressing it down and pulling it toward you. Downshifting and upshifting. And if you hold down the brake just a little bit, enough to engage the lights, but not the brake, then you will stay in that gear until you switch it. If you let off of that brake all the way, though, it'll start shifting again. Hey, Carlos, I see that you're working your way up here. Carlos, he found me. He found, like, I don't know, he's like a ninja or something. He found my Facebook account. I mean, it's probably not hard to do, but I never put my Facebook account on here, but he came and found me over there. We talk a lot on Facebook Messenger. Like, I'll see a message from him and I'll read it, respond back. I mean, cool guy. He's going to come out here pretty soon. His buddy's going to train him, so he already has a trainer, but he's going to come out here. Hopefully he puts down his buddy as a referral, so his buddy can get that referral bonus, hook his buddy up, you know. You didn't know that about the brakes? Okay, what I was talking about is when you're going down a grade and it's icy or wet, extreme weather, they don't want you using these jakes. And if you remember when you used to drive manuals, you want to drop it into a low enough gear to keep you at a safe speed. Well, instead of using the jake brakes, which you shouldn't when you're going down an icy grade, what they want you to do is they want you to lightly press on the brake till the lights engage. You're not actually pressing hard enough to push the brakes down. And then you can downshift to a lower gear to keep you at a safe speed going down it. And when you need to apply the brake to slow it down, you can push down the brake pedal. Just when you bring it up, don't come all the way off of the brake. They teach you that in the automatics class, and at first I was like, no way I'm teaching that to a student, because they're going to press too hard and they're going to set my brakes on fire and it's not going to be good. But I started teaching that to students whenever we're in bad weather, because I still have them drive in bad weather until they feel unsafe. Then we're going to pull over and we're going to switch out, or until I feel unsafe and I'm like, we're done for the day, which that's happened before. But that's how you do it. As long as that brake light is on the back, I know you can't see it, but as long as you have a little bit of pressure on that brake, just enough to activate the light, you'll feel it too. It's not engaging the brakes actually. Then when you shift these gears on this little handle right here on the jakes right here, then it will stay in that gear, and it's way safer. I had a guy ask me that whenever I first started making videos, and I told him that, and then he gets on there and he's all like, man, you're crazy, I'm just going to keep using my jakes because you're just going to ride the brakes all the way down, set them on fire. I was all like, why'd you even ask? If you don't want the answer, don't even ask then. But that's what they're doing. That's what they say we need to do. Yeah, AJ, try it out on them. Find, like, if you're in an area that's not like super wet and you're on a dry one, test it out while it's dry, AJ. Drop your speed down to, like, I don't know, like 50. Drop it down a gear or gear or two and try it on a dry surface. That way you can see that it's gonna work. It's gonna hold you in that gear. You're gonna be able to hold that gear and keep you at a slower speed using the transmission in the truck. So definitely try it out. Try it out before you just jump into the winter stuff. I jumped into it on the winter time. The first time I did it, I was all like, well, this is how they said to do it, let's see what happens. And it worked, and it felt safe. It did feel safe going down it. It felt like I had my manual truck again. It felt like I was shifting gears and watching my gears and watching everything, watching my RPMs. I felt a lot safer doing it like that. So like it made a lot of sense to me, and actually using the transmission instead of the jake brake feels a lot better. Kiersey says internationals are different. I haven't driven a Cascadia auto. I just shift into gear and ride down without brakes, second gear, lower in bad weather. Okay, so hey, there's your video. I don't have an international. You could show us how to do it in an international, because I don't know how to do it in an international. I've been wanting to find an international so I can do my pre-trip video on an international, and I want to find a Peterbilt and do my pre-trip on a Peterbilt, and that way I have more videos in my playlist for pre-trip so students can see it. And the students I'm talking to, they love my pre-trip because they say whenever you look at my pre-trip compared to the other guys, is I get down there and show the part good. Like, I get underneath the trailer to show the part perfect. You know, and that if you see the part better, you know, I mean, a lot of y'all are already trucking. Y'all probably don't want to even hear that stuff, but I thought Jakes were dangerous on the ice. Yeah, they are. Did I use the Jakes whenever I first got this truck, my first winter? Did I use them every time? Yeah, I did, because I didn't know what I was doing. It was probably unsafe. I'm lucky nothing happened. I'm really lucky, thank God nothing happened. Luckily, I had it at a slow enough speed that already before I started it that nothing happened. But yeah, using Jakes on the ice and stuff is no bueno. No bueno. You got to show the parts. Good job. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that, like, a lot of my students, they'll ask me where a part is, or students I see out there on the pad, and I'll be like, I'll just pull out my phone on the video. If I'm not by a truck, I'll just pull out my phone. If I'm in the classroom, I'm all like, oh, you want to see that part? I'll get on my pre-trip video, fast forward, and then I'll just pause it. I'm all like, you see that right there? I'm pointing at both ends of it. It's that part right there. And they're all like, wow, that's amazing. So they add me. You know, it gets me subscribers too. I kind of like it doing it that way too, because it does get me subscribers. But if I'm by my truck or I'm by one of the pad trucks, I'll just go point it out on the pad truck and say, hey, there it is. What do you think? And they like that too. Oh, there's my wife. Hello, Mrs. Sarah Cox. She's been telling me she's been missing my lives, so she made it this time. I want to go, but I have to sleep. Well, good night, Nene. Enjoy your sleep. Enjoy your 10-hour break. But, you know, meeting all these students is, like, it's been really cool. Like, Highway Junkie, man. Highway Junkie is a really cool guy. Like, just like he is talking in our chats. Highway Junkie is awesome. He's a really good guy. I even met Highway Junkie's wife. She came to spend some time with him, so that was cool too. I got to meet his wife. He's a really cool guy. I was not expecting him to be as cool as he is. What's going on, Reed? Reed says, hey, Twisted, how's it going? Man, it's going wonderful. I got a CDL. And I'm happy with my CDL. And I know I can take it wherever I want to keep myself happy. That's kind of the topic tonight. I know we got off of it a lot, but that's what I started with, is trying to get rid of some of the negativity people have out here. But yeah, it's going great. I got my CDL. I can take it wherever I want to be happy. Dave said, I liked your video on how to replace this glad hand seal. It's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and that's why I put it up there. I know it was a really short video, but I was like, man, if anyone needs to know how to fix a glad hand seal, I said I just want to keep it as short and as simple as I can. That way somebody can search that video, boom, there it is, and it's real short, to the point. I figured that would be a lot better than making a 10-15-minute video on one glad hand seal replacement. And what I was doing whenever I did that video is I went ahead and got oh, you were gonna train him? You should have trained him. He's a good guy. But I was teaching my students how to replace it. That one didn't really need to be replaced. I mean, yes, it did. It was dry rotted and it was falling apart. It did need to be replaced, but it wasn't at the point where it was losing air or anything like that. And I was like, man, I'm just going to replace it, at least to teach my students how to do it. I was going to have them pop it out too, but I couldn't find my screwdriver, so I had to, if you notice, I used a crescent wrench to pop it out, but hey, it worked. Hey me, Twisted, can you do a video on the transmission ice slow down? I guess I can. I guess I need to, because people, that's a big question I get a lot. I mean, I'll have to get my mount my phone and go find a grade or something so I can talk it through it. Talk to you about what I'm doing and explain it to you. There's not really ice right now, but I don't mind doing it in weather like this because, you know, just so somebody has an ideal of how to do it in case they need to do it on the ice. So yeah, Chase, I'll try to get on that. What state am I at? I'm in PA. I'm in Pennsylvania, and that's another word I can't say real good. If you notice, there's going to be a lot of words that I just have a hard time saying. And my wife makes fun of me for saying different words. I'm surprised that she won't start putting a list up here. And if she does, I'm not reading them all because I can't say them. She's just trying to pick on me. She's trying to troll me. That was a good video. Oh yeah, thank you, $1 Million Man. I meant $1 Million. I'm thinking of Ted DiBiase, man. The Million Mile Man. I always try to do that with your name because I think of Ted DiBiase. But yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there, a little short video. I thought it would work for anyone that was new, needed to know how to do it. So I also want to do a headlight replacement one, just real quick headlight. I want to do a marker light replacement one. I want to do a mud flap replacement one. See, there's one of those words. But yeah, I would like to do a lot of different videos, just real short to the point on replacing simple stuff like that. And I know that Prime has that new class that you can go take, space is limited in it, that will teach you how to fix stuff like that. And you know, it's a good class. I would take it. I want to take it. I really do, because you know, anything that get me moving faster if I break down or something like that is good. I think it's even better for people that are going lease, because if you're going lease, then you're going to be able to fix stuff on your own, get your truck moving faster again, get it moving again faster. So I think that it would be a really good thing to take if you're lease, for sure. You're going to be in PA on the 24th. I'm definitely going to be in PA on the 24th. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be here. I don't see myself leaving anywhere. Dave, the video is exactly how long it needed to be because it only took 5 seconds to replace the glad hand seal. Yeah, thank you, Dave. I didn't want to, I know it probably popped up on everyone's notifications, and I'm sorry. I don't know how to put a video on YouTube without it popping up on everyone's notifications. I guess I need to find out how to do that, because I put out another video and that one was supposed to be unlisted, but it rang the bell for everyone too, and I was embarrassed. I was all like, oh my gosh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, look at that. Kiersey's going to take that class on Thursday. Lucky. You're lucky. Space is, from what I understand, space is real limited in that class. And I asked my old fleet manager, I said, hey, can I take that class? He goes, yeah, but space is limited, so I don't know when I can get you into it. He said, plus, you pretty much know how to fix all that stuff. You've been driving for 2 years now, or 3 years. He said, you know how to do all that stuff. I said, but they might have something I don't know. He never got me in there. I haven't even asked my new fleet manager, so I think I'm going to have to ask him. Hopefully someday I'll get in that class. Definitely, Carlos. We'll have to go to the pizza place, man. We'll have to go get some of that, I forgot the name of it. I don't remember the name of it, but we'll have to go to the pizza place by Walmart, man. That's some good pizza. It might be not as good as you would know, because you I think you're from this area. You're from the East Coast. You probably know where good pizza is up here. You're from Maine, if I remember right. Probably the first person I ever really talked to that lives in Maine, actually talked to. more than just like, hi, how's it going? Check my stuff out so I can get back to my truck. You'll be in town on the 22nd. Okay. Just don't murder me, man. Stalker kind of murder me. I'm just kidding. You're a good guy, man. I wouldn't ever think you would do that. Wow. One of my Xbox Live friends just signed in. That's that loud beep sound. I like the notifications, that way I don't miss anything. Yeah, I do too. I like the notifications too, but sometimes I just want a video to just slip on there without like notifying everybody. Like that glad hand seal video, I mean, like that probably everybody that's been driving for a long time probably looked at that video and said, oh my gosh, if you don't know how to replace a glad hand seal, we need to hit you over the head with a hammer or something. So, I mean, it wasn't for the people that's been driving forever. It was just for anyone that Googled how to replace a glad hand seal. But hey, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here tonight. I just wanted to reiterate what I started this video with. If you're not happy out here with your CDL, then go ahead and take your CDL somewhere that will make you happy. Go local. Go do whatever you want to do with your CDL. Your CDL is going to open the door for a lot of places. In my opinion, it's worth it. It's going to open the door for anywhere between $50,000 to $60,000 a year. Like, you could make more money other places, but you know, you're not going to be as free as you are here. So just keep if you got your CDL, stay positive, man. Keep running freight. Look at the good you're doing in the world, like for reals. Dave's gonna be here on the 17th. You got a trainer, Dave? I think you emailed me. Yeah, if you don't, email me again. Hey Joe, sorry, I'm leaving. I'm ending it. I'm sorry, but be my guest and re-watch it. But thanks everyone for listening to my kind of complaint about the negativity out here. And you know, definitely listen to the whole video, get the message from it, and do whatever you want with your CDL that will keep you happy, whether it's big company, little company, whatever. So good night everybody, thanks for tuning in.